Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Lauren Collins and I am a pelvic health physical therapist. So today we are going to continue with part 2 of the series that we started last week talking about urinary incontinence. Ladies, you don't have to pee your pants. So last week we talked about urge urinary incontinence, and urge urinary incontinence is when you get that really strong urge to go pee and your bladder just can't hold it and you leak urine. A lot of times when you put the key in the door or water's running, instances like that. This week we are going to talk about stress urinary incontinence. And stress urinary incontinence occurs when you cough or you sneeze or you jump or you go to stand up and you leak urine. In those instances, you have an increase in the pressure in your abdomen, which can bear down into your pelvic diaphragm muscles and on your bladder and cause people to leak urine. But there is a way to help that, and we are going to discuss how that happens. So the first thing we are going to talk about actually is, in order to help control stress urinary incontinence, you have to have good control of your pelvic diaphragm muscles. You have to know where they are, how to squeeze, and how to relax them. Because remember, squeezing is just as important as relaxing the pelvic diaphragm muscles in order to get that full muscle belly length to lift up and give you a good strong contraction. I have a previous vlog that teaches you how to find your pelvic diaphragm muscles. Now, if when you find your pelvic diaphragm muscles, you realize they're either not squeezing, or you can't feel them squeezing, or you can't feel them relaxing, then I suggest you go follow up with a pelvic health physical therapist who can help you find those muscles properly and learn how to contract and relax them the correct way. If, however, you went to the previous vlog and were able to find your pelvic diaphragm muscles and feel that you could contract and relax them efficiently, the next step is for you. So if you're able to do the contraction, we're going to do what's called a neck. Okay, here's my pelvic diaphragm muscles again. So a neck, what happens is whenever you go to cough or sneeze, you want to do a squeeze around the muscles that control the urethral sphincter, right? So here's our, can you see that? There's the urethra there. So there's a few different muscles, some sling under, some squeeze. But what you want to do is do a contraction every time you cough or sneeze or go to stand up prior to those actions. So for instance, pretend like my hand are the urethral sphincters. Here's the urethra, right? I'm going to cough. I'm going to squeeze the muscles. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to squeeze the muscles. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to squeeze and then stand up, right? So again, you cough, you sneeze, you go to stand up, right? So most times before you cough or sneeze or stand up, you know you're going to do those actions. So it makes it easier to try and do that contraction right before, so you can help control any leakage that may occur. The other thing you want to do is practice some breathing. Most people, when they exhale, they bear down into their pelvic floors, really. And when that happens, that's similar to like a forced cough or a sneeze, where you're forcing the pressure down into your pelvic floor from your abdomen. So if you practice breathing and training your pelvic diaphragm muscles to contract with an increase in pressure in your abdomen, then you help to train it to control when you have that increase in pressure when you're doing activities like standing, walking, sneezing, okay? So what you want to do is on the inhale, you're going to place your hand on your belly here. I'm going to stand up so you can see my belly a little better. Okay, you're going to place your hand on the belly and you're going to inhale. And on the inhale, your belly rises, your pelvic diaphragm muscle can relax some here. And then you exhale through pursed lips, like that. You exhale and you pull your belly in. And I am squeezing my pelvic diaphragm muscles at the same time gently, okay? So you inhale, belly rises, inhale through your nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Gently pull your belly in and you're squeezing your pelvic diaphragm muscles up. So if you practice that breathing pattern, just for a couple minutes every day and start training your pelvic diaphragm muscles to work with the increase in pressure in your abdomen, so that you're pulling up instead of bearing down, that's another good way to help prevent the stress urinary incontinence. Okay, so making sure you have good pelvic floor muscles, they're working efficiently, they're contracting and relaxing like they should. Doing things like you can practice coughing and contracting the pelvic diaphragm muscles to start getting your body to react that way. That's another way. Also doing Kegels, doing exercises that just help to strengthen your pelvic diaphragm muscles. Because some people, although you may have the range, you don't have the strength to maintain it. And there are a couple of different kinds of pelvic diaphragm muscle contractions you can do. I would say for right now, and everybody's different, you kind of have to grade how many seconds you can hold. But there are ones that are quick ones, and those are ones where you squeeze the muscles for 2 seconds, relax the muscles for 2 seconds. Squeeze the muscles for 2 seconds, relax the muscles for 2 seconds. You can do those 30 to 40 times a day. Just practice squeezing and relaxing, squeezing and relaxing. Remember to relax completely in between each squeeze. That'll help strengthen the muscles. The other way is to squeeze the pelvic diaphragm muscles for about 10 seconds at a time and give yourself a 10-second break. Now, when you squeeze, you're squeezing all the muscles from the front to the back. So from your urethral sphincters through your vaginal sphincters into your anal sphincters, squeezing for 10 seconds, holding, and then relaxing for 10 seconds. And you can do about 30 to 40 of those in a day. Now, when I say a day, waking hours, don't fatigue yourself in one run, because then your muscles aren't going to contract like they should. So if you can only do 5 at a time, do 5 at a time. But in total, doing 60 to 80 of the different type of contractions can help work on strengthening your pelvic diaphragm muscles. So those are my tips today about the stress urinary incontinence. I hope they help. If you have any questions, just write them below and I will get back to you. Have a blessed day, everyone, and I'll see you next week.